What it do, BAES? And I'm back at it again with another freaking video.
Persian eyes, but she's from Nicaragua. Thought she was Persian.
Before we get started with today's video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the post notification on so you can and will get notified every time I post a new video. Also, make sure to follow my social medias. They'll be right here on the screen as well as in the description box below. Today's video is going to be an updated video for you guys. So basically just a bunch of updates about my channel, my podcast, and my clothing brand, because I know a lot of people have been asking about my podcast or clothing brand. So I didn't get asked any questions or anything. I'm just gonna basically update you guys with what I feel like updating you guys with. So with that being said, let's just get on with the video. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna start off with is my channel. So I'm gonna first speak about my posting schedule. So if you guys realize, I was posting 3 times a week, but because I want to do a podcast and whatnot, I am going back down to 2 videos a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then if I miss one of those days, then I will also post on Saturday. So like, let's say I'm posting Tuesday and Thursday, but I miss Thursday, then you guys will get a video on Saturday. So that way it's still 2 videos a week. If I miss a day, then I can just add Saturday back into that week, if that makes sense. So I am posting twice instead of 3 times. I felt like 3 times was too much as a starter for YouTube. As some of you guys may or may not know, I've been doing YouTube for 4 or 5 years now, but inconsistently. So this year was my first year doing it consistently, dropping videos as needed weekly. So as someone who is freshly doing consistent videos, I feel like 3 videos is just too much. So I feel like posting 2 videos a week instead of 3 will be more beneficial for me and my supporters than posting 3 times a week. So I posted a video yesterday at 6 instead of 1, and I feel like I'm going to start posting at 6 instead of 1 because a lot of people are getting off of work around like 5 or so. So 6 o'clock is really when people get home, sit down, eat dinner, all of that good stuff. And my video did better than most videos do when I post them at 1. So I think I'm going to start posting at 6 instead of 1. But like I said, if that changes back to 1, I'll let you guys know. But as of right now, I plan on posting at 6 p.m. instead of 1 p.m. So that is another change when it comes to posting. Content-wise, I am low-key running out of ideas, but not at the same time. I have a lot of videos that I want to put out there and film for you guys, but I also want your guys' input on my future content and what you guys want me to do more of and see from me. So if you have any video content ideas, let me know in the comments below. I don't want to be posting the same things back to back to back. I know that I do a lot of hauls, but that's just because Temu be really getting me with the games and whatnot. So I have like 2 or 3 more packages coming. I don't know how many videos I'm going to do, maybe 2, or maybe I'll just put it all in one. It depends on when they all get here. But yeah, I don't want to be posting the same things all the time. So you guys will definitely be seeing different kinds of content coming from me. I want to do pranks, but I don't know when I'm going to start doing pranks. Yeah, I don't know yet. We'll figure that out, but I'm going to do more vlogs and whatnot. You guys will see more of what I do on the daily, morning routines, night routines, all that good stuff. I do want to thank you guys all for supporting me. I would not have even made it to 900 and I think it's 48 or 49. 948 or 949 subscribers. So I do want to thank you guys very, very much for supporting me and supporting my journey as becoming a YouTuber and doing what I want to do. I love editing and I love filming, so I do want to thank you guys so much for supporting me and showing so much love to me, not only on YouTube but on Instagram and Snapchat as well. I do get a lot of feedback saying that I'm on my grind to keep going, all that good stuff. So I do want to thank you guys so much for supporting me and showing so much love and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for supporting me. Moving on to my podcast. I do have a podcast coming soon. If you don't know the name of my podcast, it is Daily Dose of Danny, but an X instead of an A. I will pop it up on the screen for you all, and it will also be linked in the description box below. So go subscribe to it if you haven't already. I'm going to start off on YouTube only, and then it will go to Spotify and all of that good stuff. But first I'm going to start off with YouTube, see how it goes, see how I like it, to make sure I want to continue doing it. When am I going to post my first video? I'm not sure yet when I'll be posting my first podcast, because I did get 2 mics from Temu to start off with, and I have to figure them out and see how they work and everything. So I'll let you guys know ahead of time on my podcast Instagram when the first video is going to be dropped, but it will be coming soon. Posting schedule. My posting schedule is going to be 1 video a week. So like with my posting schedule on my podcast, I told you guys I will be posting every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then if I miss a day, it will be the following day. So like Tuesdays and Thursday, I miss Thursday, I'll be posting Tuesdays and Saturday that week. If I miss Tuesday that week, I'll be posting Thursday and Saturday. So it'll always be 2 videos a week. But for my podcast, I will be posting on Sundays at 1 p.m. because I know some church and stuff goes on in the morning. So I will be posting on Sundays at 1 p.m. So every single Sunday. What is the podcast about? So I want to have different seasons/series on my podcast. So for example, my first season is going to be Loving Yourself. There will be 5 to 10 episodes in that season or series that goes with loving yourself. So because if I was to put it all in one podcast, it would be an hour long, and I only want my podcast to start out being like 15 minutes, 30 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? There'll be a lot of different topics, but I just told you guys that there will be like 5 to 10, maybe even 15 different episodes per series or season. And after I finish like a series or season, there might not be like jumping right into another season. Like there might just be a random podcast where I'm talking about random things, and then the next podcast after that, or the next podcast episode after that, might just be a new series. Like I might jump from series to series, like finish one series and go into another series, or I might just end one series and then go into just a random podcast episode, and then maybe even not another random podcast episode, and then jump into another series. It might just be like that. I don't know. It's whatever I'm feeling during that time. If there's certain series you guys want me to do, let me know in the comments below as well. I do want to do like a Loving Yourself as my first series, getting over a breakup, coping, whether that be with a relationship, a breakup, a death, just coping in general. Like I said, there'll be different episodes, so like maybe one episode is coping over a breakup, next one will be coping over a loss of a family member or something like that. Like just coping in general will be the season or series, if you get what I'm saying. And then the episodes will be like more in depth about coping and like coping with certain situations and whatnot. But yeah, if there's certain series that you guys want me to do, let me know in the comments below. I really want y'all's input when it comes to my podcast and my YouTube. Like I want to include y'all a lot, so let me know in the comments below. Like I said, the first podcast video I drop will be an intro to the podcast, but the first series that I drop will be Loving Yourself. I also need things to talk about in the series, so like I said, if y'all have series ideas, let me know in the comments below. Also for like the random podcast episodes that I'm going to drop, I need like random things to talk about, so leave some down below as well. I do read comments, so make sure y'all are commenting. There will be guests on the podcast in the future. I don't know exactly when, and I don't know exactly who yet. Like I said, I haven't even posted on my podcast yet or anything like that. I gotta get everything situated first. So in the future, there will be guests on it, but not right away. That's all I want to talk about with my podcast. I think we're gonna go into my clothing brand now. If you guys did not know, I do have a clothing brand, Urban Angels. You can follow my clothing brand on Instagram at urbanangelsnco. And you can go support me in my clothing brand, urbanangelsnco.com. Please do note that my website right now is not my official site. I do not have an LLC yet, and I do not make the products myself. So when I do get my LLC this year and do start making them myself, I will have a website that I actually am working on right now as my official site, but the one that I have right now is not my official site whatsoever. If you want to know where I get my products made from, it's Teespring. Teespring makes my stuff. I might be switching over to Bonfire, but I'm not sure yet. I will let you guys know on my clothing brand Instagram. plans for the future when it comes to my clothing brand. I have a lot of designs in store for y'all. I've been working on them. My thing last year when I made my clothing brand, so fun fact, I made my clothing brand on 2/22/22. So it has been a year. It was a year on February 22nd of this year. So it's been a year and almost a month since I made my clothing brand. I do have a lot of designs in store for y'all this year. They're gonna be a little bit different than last year's. For my ambassadors, I have a lot of people that have bought from me and haven't worn the stuff, and people who have bought from me and wore the stuff, that's who's gonna become an ambassador. And I say that because I don't want to make people an ambassador if they're not gonna wear my stuff. If you're gonna wear it, I'll make you an ambassador. If not, then yeah. But I am going to do like a whole sign up thing for an ambassador and then go through everybody's thing and see who I want as ambassadors. But that's gonna come in the future, obviously, when I drop my official site. So I will let you guys know more about that, maybe even in a separate video or when it comes out on the Instagram. The switch up. So what the switch up is basically right now on my clothing brand's website, I have a lot of colorful things, and my brand is based off of streetwear / medieval with like the whole like old English type of vibe, and I want more neutral colors or like pastel and muted colors than I do bright colors, if that makes sense. Every once in a while I'll have like a limited edition design that will have bright colors, but I don't want bright colors just randomly all over my site, just because I want it to be more, like I said, medieval and neutral. The collections that I have now, some of them I'm going to discontinue and some of them I'm going to continue with. The ones that I do continue with, if I don't like the colors, I'm going to just change them up a little bit and mute them a little bit. I am going to upgrade the collections this year as well as singular designs. So that's also going to be a big switch up when it comes to the collections, because I do have so many collections. The design ideas that I have taken a lot of people's design ideas that have been told to me that they want to see from me and turned them into things. I just haven't dropped them yet, but I will be dropping them soon, so stay tuned for that. A lot of people also want to know why I made Urban Angels. I've always loved fashion, I've always loved clothes, and I felt like having a clothing brand was something that I was very, very interested in and I wanted to do for a very long time. So with the vibe that I went for my clothing brand, I went with more streetwear / medieval, which is what I just said. More like the old English font, old angels, like the medieval crosses, all that good stuff. I love medieval, so that's why I did it. And a lot of people also say that I copied Palm Angels, but nobody where I live wears Palm Angels ever, and I only saw it because someone said that it looked like Palm Angels. But really the only thing that's the same as Palm Angels is sometimes I use the same font. It's not the same exact font, I don't think, but I do use the old English font, and that's because my brand is medieval. Urban Angels came because I had three name ideas that had angels in it. My brother picked Urban Angels, so it wasn't to copy them or nothing. It was simply because my brother picked it and that's what he liked the best, and I wanted someone in my family to, you know, give me some input. Brother actually picked Urban Angels out of 3 names that I had chose for him to pick out of, so that's where Urban Angels came from. And it had to have angels in the name because that's what I wanted to go for my brand. And then, like I said, the old English font came with the fact that it's medieval and streetwear and all of that. I think that's all the updates that I have for you all. I just wanted to come on here really quickly and talk to you guys a little bit about future plans for not only my channel but podcast and my clothing brand. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to comment, subscribe, and slap that post notifications on so you can get notified every time I post a new video. Also make sure to follow my social medias. That'll be right here on the screen as well as in the description box below. And I will see you guys in my next freaking video.